And right now, more and more like big and mature companies are moving to blockchain for some areas of their, like, let's say, professional development, because we know that there was a big movement of the ledgers and all of the financial systems to blockchain, which have some like internal guarantees based just on how this technology structures. So I'm thinking if that's not also a reason why we see this huge increase, because the blockchain is being adopted by the more, like, let's say, mature companies that are not necessarily following all of the buzzwords that are landing on the market.
Yeah, it seems like you're trying to say use a lot of euphemisms here, because essentially we are looking at large and maybe somewhat slow to adopt companies, because these are like most of our clients. So they didn't saw the potential of blockchain like 2 or 3 or 5 years ago, but they are just starting to adopt it. So we see that they are much like further on the adoption curve. And when the market already sees that there's something bad going on with the blockchain, or whatever you call it, and whatever you name this phenomena, they just began adopting it in the market. I don't know, maybe that's the case. I hope not, because it means that they're going to be really disappointed in 2-3 years. So keep that in mind.
I wouldn't say they will be disappointed, because I don't believe that they were not interested in blockchain. They said, okay, it looks interesting, but let's wait and see how the situation will develop, and if this technology will survive or not. And often we link blockchain with the cryptocurrencies, but basically blockchain is just like a distributed database, right? So anytime when you need this kind of a database, it makes sense. The problem with blockchain that was like a few years ago was that blockchain was used everywhere. So you needed to develop like an application. So let's think about where we can use blockchain, this application, because we need to say that we are based on the blockchain. It was happening as well with AI. So I believe that these are the companies that basically said, okay, so now it's the technology that is ready to be adopted. So that's why there is so big growth. And I believe that this decision made by these bigger companies right now to enter the blockchain area is not like random. So it's not like, yeah, let's pick it up because it was hot 5 years ago, but it was, okay, we know all of the pros and cons of this technology, and right now we can adopt it, because when the new technology is emerging, we know the pros of this technology, but we don't know the cons. The same was happening with microservices. Everyone said, yeah, let's do microservices, they are so cool. And when you ask what are the drawbacks of that, they say there are no drawbacks, they're just crazy great, etc. And the smarter companies decided, okay, let's wait until they will realize what's wrong with this technology and what's on the minus side, and then we can like adopt it or not. And I believe that blockchain just moved this evolution where we know, okay, it works here, it's perfect here, but it's like very bad idea to use it for this and this and these use cases. And that's why there is this growth of that. There are also people who are like skilled in blockchain. Because the other thing that we need to consider is, like, for example, with Salesforce. Like 10 years ago, when you wanted to hire a developer who is able to work in the Salesforce technology, there were no option to like hire a Salesforce developer, because there were basically no Salesforce developers in the market. So the way where you were doing that, you were looking for skilled Java developers, and you're hiring them based on their Java capabilities, and then you were like upskilling them or reskilling into the Salesforce technology itself. And I believe that a couple of years ago, similar thing was happening with blockchain. So it wasn't like you're not using Java, like I'm looking for a senior blockchain developer, but you're saying we are looking for someone who is like, will be capable of doing stuff with blockchain, but you are not verifying the blockchain skills on the entry level to the company. So I believe that it's like much deeper area and much harder to like realize on how it works. But that's just my like perspective